Hello, my name is Scott Seaton and I'm the Executive Director of Arlington Bridge Builders, or ABB. ABB started over 20 years ago out of a weekly fellowship of local pastors who had a conviction that our churches should complete one another and not compete. And so that motivation comes from Jesus' prayer to his followers that we should be one. We actually need each other's contributions and differences, much like a hand needs a foot to make the body complete. And so our primary mission at Arlington Bridge Builders is to unite local churches to resource and support one another. It all begins with our Lead Pastor Fellowship, a monthly gathering of pastors to pray for one another and for Arlington, to share burdens and dreams, to discuss an issue facing all of us, even if we don't all come to the same conclusion. Pastoring can be fulfilling and lonely at the same time, and so pastors need a place to feel connected, supported, and encouraged. Those relationships fuel our vision to serve our community together. There's a verse in the Old Testament book of Jeremiah where God tells his people in Babylon to seek the shalom, or the flourishing of the city where he sent them. I have brought you here for a purpose. That was true of God's people then, and it's true for us today. God has sent us here in this time and to this place to seek the flourishing of our city. And so ABB has identified 5 areas where we can work together to make a difference. The first is vulnerable children. Thousands of kids in Arlington struggle to keep up in school because English is not their primary language. To bridge the achievement gap, we've developed a faith-based after-school program called Bridge Kids, where kids can learn English and math through a fun and hands-on approach, developing the academic and social skills they need to thrive. Second, poverty alleviation. Though parts of Arlington are wealthy, 10% of residents live below the poverty line. They're not sure how to pay for next month's rent or this week's groceries. So ABB's food pantry is open 3 days a week, providing high-quality food to over 1,000 people weekly, treating each person with dignity and respect. Third, serving immigrants. Arlington is one of the most ethnically rich places in the country, with over 100 languages spoken in the homes of our neighbors. But many immigrants struggle to feel connected because of language or cultural barriers. And so ABB offers English conversation classes and citizenship classes so that immigrants can feel seen, valued, and included. Fourth, neighboring. Metro DC is one of the busiest and most transient cities in the country, and so it can be hard to develop meaningful relationships with others. And so we offer ways to help people connect, like the Arlington Turkey Trot, that draws the entire community together, North and South Arlington, people from all ages and ethnicities, to benefit local charities. The 5K race is only the first step, though, as runners and church members are invited to work together on issues facing our community. And fifth, spiritual and emotional health. If we simply provide food to the hungry or teach an immigrant English, we will have only addressed their physical needs and have not cared for the whole person. And so in addition to our network of pastors and spiritual leaders, ABB has a full-time care coordinator to listen, to pray, to connect people with the resources they need. You and everyone you see today are made to flourish. And so we invite you to visit our website to partner with us, to pray for Arlington using our 31 Days of Prayer for Arlington guide, to volunteer by serving food to a neighbor who's hungry, helping an immigrant practice English, or coming alongside a child in our after-school program, or make a one-time or monthly donation that will make a big difference in the lives of others. And here's God's promise from Jeremiah 29, that when you seek the flourishing of others before you have your own act together, and when you pray to the Lord on behalf of the city because you know you lack the resources to do that alone, then you too will flourish. You too will find your wholeness, your shalom.